Hello everyone. Today in this class we are going to discuss about the qualitative factors. In our previous class we have discussed about the cost volume analysis, that is called the quantitative analysis for plant location. Here we are going to discuss about the factor analysis. Factor analysis is called the qualitative analysis of the plant location. If we are going to establish a organization or any plant, we have to go for choosing different factors. So many factors affect our plant location. What are the different factors? What are the relevant factors? That we have to first identify, and on the basis of that we go for analyzing which factor is more important for our organization and which factor is less important for the organization. Then we can go for putting a weight to the different factors. So factors may be availability of raw material, maybe availability of labor, maybe what is the wage rate of the labor, then transportation facilities, rules, regulations of the state or the country. These are all the factors, and on the basis of that we go for analyzing. If we can say if we are producing a product or we are going to establish a manufacturing unit, then maybe the factors are more important like raw material availability, labor availability, and the land size. All these things are very important. But if you can say if we are trying to go for some agricultural activities, then for that we have to go for finding the quality of the land. Maybe the land should be fertile, weather conditions of that state or that location. So these things are very important while we are going to choose a location. So what are the different steps for factor analysis? Let us discuss. Always economical criteria are not sufficient to go for taking a decision of the location. Like we have discussed cost volume analysis, we are analyzing the cost, but always cost is not we cannot say cost is always a criteria for plant location to find the plant location. So we go for analyzing different factors. What are the steps for that? First, we need to list down the relevant factors. Then we have to assign a weight to each factor, and the weight, total weight should be 1. If we go for assigning the weight to different factors, the total weight should be 1. Then we have to assign a scale between 0 to 100 and designate any minimum point to be scored by any location. So we have to go for putting a value. Maybe it is 5-point scale or 7-point like a scale, or it can be 0 to 10, or it can be 0 to 100. So depends on the organization and the scale and assignment. So we have to assign a common scale to each factor, maybe within 0 to 100, and designate any minimum point to be scored by any location. So we have to assign a scale to each location. Each location will be assigned a scale like 0 to 100. So score is potential location according to the designated scale. What we need to do? We need to multiply the weight. Whatever the weight we have assigned according to the relevant factors, we have to multiply the weight with the score. With the score to the location. Because each location will have a scale. Will be assigned a scale between 0 to 100 or 0 to 10. Then we have to multiply the weight with the scale. Then we have to find the total score. On the basis of the total score, we have to see which location is having the highest score among the different locations. So we can go for choosing that location. Let us take an example and we will understand according to that. See this question. XYZ company is evaluating 4 locations for a new plant. It has weighted the relevant scores as given below. Scores have been assigned with higher values indicate of preferred conditions. Using this score, develop a qualitative factor comparison for the 4 locations. So let us see the table. What is given? These are the relevant factors. So if you see here, production cost we have taken, raw material availability, labor availability, cost of living, environmental condition, markets. These are all the factors. And we have assigned a weight to each factor. Suppose product cost is very important for us. So here have assigned 0.35 the weight. Then raw material availability is the next relevant factor to production cost. So we have assigned 0.25. Labor availability is the third criteria. We have assigned 0.20. Cost of living is 0.05. Environmental condition is 0.05. Market availability we have given 0.10. So if you go for total score, if you go on adding the total score, the total weight should be 1. And we have assigned a score to each location between 0 to 100. Suppose product cost is assigned for A location is 50, for B is 40, for C is 60 and D is 30. Like that we have to give a value to each factor, that score within 0 to 100. So what we need to do? We need to multiply the weight with each score. We have to multiply the weight with the score and then we can go for adding it. Like 0.35 into 50 plus 0.25 into 70 plus 0.2 into 60 plus 0.05 into 80, then plus 0.05 into 50 plus 0.10 into 70. And here we'll get a score here. Like that, again we have to multiply this 0.35 into 40 plus 0.25 into 80. Like that we go on multiply and we have to take the sum of the score. And here we have to see which location is having the highest score so that we can go for choosing that location. Here we see. Just we have multiplied the weight with the score. This is the total value for location A. For location B, 63.5. For location C, it is 66.5. Location D, it is 49. So if you see, C is having the highest score. So we can go for choosing the location C. It's that easy. It is the easiest method normally used for location, plant location, that is called factor analysis. Just we have to multiply the weight with the score and then we go for adding the total value and we go for analyzing which location is having the highest score. We can go for choosing that location. Let us take the discussion. We will discuss about center of gravity method. Let us discuss the center of gravity method. So many examples are in this slide. If you want to solve these questions, put in your comment box so that I can go for sharing the slides and the examples so that you can go for practicing. This is center of gravity method. Center of gravity method is another method of choosing the location. Here normally we concentrate on the warehouse. Where we have to establish a warehouse, center of gravity method is very important for that. Where we can establish the warehouse so that we can distribute our product to the retailers or to the markets. So here what we need to do, we need to concentrate on the coordinates, that is the geographical location of the area. So here first what is this method uses XY coordinate system to cover the geographical map of the areas under study. If we are having 3-4 marketplace, so where we have to have our warehouse so that our transportation cost to different marketplace will be minimum. Again I am repeating, if we are trying to establish a warehouse and different marketplace are there, so where is our location or the central location to the markets, available markets, so that our transportation cost can be minimized. So we have to choose a central location or central place where we have to place our plant or warehouse. In order to minimize the transportation cost, the center of gravity method is used. So we have to go for choosing the XY coordinates. And we have to know the volume, how much volume we are going to transport. How much volume we have to go for transport to different markets. So we will take one example, we will try to solve it. Suppose this is, if you see, this is one market, this is another market, this is one market. 3 market is there. So where we have to establish our location or warehouse so that our transportation cost to these 3 markets will be minimum. So here obviously we have to have a central position so that our transportation cost to different market will be minimum. This is one market, this is one market, this is one market. So where we need to establish our plant or warehouse so that our cost to different market will be minimum. So here what we need to do, we need to go for using these 2 formulas. First is X bar. This X bar is nothing but the coordinate of our warehouse or the central position. X bar and Y bar is the coordinate of the central position or the central location. So X bar equal to sigma of Xi. Sigma of Xi means these are one Xi. Suppose this is X1, this is x2, this is x3. The sigma of xi, qi. Qi is the quantity of first how much we are transporting here, that is the quantity. How much we are transporting here, that is one quantity. How much we are transporting here, that is one quantity. So Q1 is the quantity to be transported to destinations, and sigma of divided by sigma of Qi. Like that, y bar is equal to sigma of yi Qi divided by sigma of Qi. So here everything is written, and we'll see how we are going to solve it. So this is one example. These are our market like London, Toronto, Kingston and Barry. These are the marketplace, and this is the volume we are going to transport. Like to London we are transporting 600, to Toronto we are transporting 400, to Kingston we are transporting 550, and to Barry we are transporting 800. And what is the geographical coordinates of this marketplace? The x value is 1, this is 2, this is Toronto 3 and 4, this coordinate is 6 and 4, and this is 2 and 6. See how we are going to solve it. First we need to calculate the x bar. As we know, what is our x bar? X bar equal to sigma of xi qi. Sigma of xi means 1. For first location xi is 1. So 1 into 600 plus 3 into 400 plus 6 into 550 plus 2 into 800. This is our total sigma xi qi divided by sigma of qi. Sigma of qi is quantity, that is 600 plus 400, 550 plus 800. So if you see, the central x coordinate is 2.9. Like that, the y coordinate is also we need to calculate like this: 2 into 600 plus 4 into 400 plus 4 into 550 plus 6 into 800. Like that we need to calculate divided by sigma of qi, that is 4.2. So we'll have the central x bar and y bar here, that is 2.9 and 4.2. See how we are going to plot it. So if you see here, we'll have a central location of these 4 coordinates, that is 2.9 and 4.2. So we can draw by graph and we can identify these 2 points. This will be our central position. We can discuss another question here, and we can see how we are able to do it. See, this is Chicago, Pittsburgh, this is Newark, and this is Atlanta. If you see here, these are the coordinates, okay, and if we calculate the central position here, this is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is our coordinate? If 4 locations are there here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 locations are there. Here, if we go for finding the quantity, the 30 and 120, we are getting the x bar and y bar. So here the x coordinate is 66.7 and y coordinate is 93.3. So here we can see this is our central position. This is our central position. This is called center of gravity method. And we go for analyzing the x and y coordinate, and we have to know the quantity, how much we are transporting to each location, so that we can have a central value of x and y to choose the warehouse or location of the plant. So this is called center of gravity method.